Hi, today we will check how to do web hosting for free. I have hosted this website for free, and for this I have used GitHub and GoDaddy for domain mapping. This video only covers how to host static web pages. It doesn't cover domain mapping and dynamic web pages. I will upload a separate video for custom domains in github.com. For this, we need to have a GitHub account in github.com. We will create a fresh new account using sign up button. Let's choose a username, free web hosting, not available, personal web hosting. It's available. Here we need to provide a valid email address. Without valid email address, we won't be able to validate and use GitHub. They will send a mail to the email account with a link to validate it. Let's enter a password. Oops, not strong enough. Oh, I am not a bot. Reindeer. This way? No. This way? Oh, great. He is climbing a tree. Oh, hill. Done. So we need to choose a plan. We will go for free profile. Main disadvantage of free account is that we can't add more than 3 team members to any private repository and configure branches like release branch so that someone doesn't accidentally delete those branches. And then we are done creating the GitHub account. Since this is a dummy account, so we won't be able to verify and get started. So I will sign out and sign in with my actual credentials. So either we can use top right corner plus button or the green button on the left side to create a repository. We will set the repository name as web hosting. Description is optional. I will keep a note static web hosting. Either we can choose to make it public or private so that no one can see our commit messages and codes. I will go with public and initialize with a readme file. Later, I will show you how to host an existing project, like we already had some HTML, CSS and JavaScript files and how to host it. For the time being, I will just show it through the UI console. So we can add .git ignore like node modules for Node.js project or like Android project, or ignore some Eclipse settings and licenses like MIT or BSD. I'll keep both as none and click create repository button. Here we can see that it has created a readme.md file with some content. In setting tab, if we go to the bottom of the page, let me open the repository page in another tab for better understanding. So in options at the bottom part of the page, we can see this box. It says we can host our personal, organization or project web pages. It's very simple and we just need to select the proper branch from which it should fetch. We have only one option, master branch. If we check the repository page under branch, we can see only master. So if you are having more than one branches, then you can map it to the particular branch. We will create a file index.html. So if you are familiar with web development, then you will be aware of HTML tags. Static web hosting includes JavaScript, CSS and HTML files, and a lot of the cool websites are already hosted in GitHub. Commit message are for reference, means what changes have been made and our index file is created. So if we go to settings option and click this link, site not found. Okay, it may take some time to make the site available. So we can see that it turned to green and is loading perfectly well. It will always search for index.html or readme file. These are the entry points. Let me delete index.html file. Deleted index.html and commit changes. It is still loading the previous page from the cache. We will clear the cache for this particular page by right click inspect and right click on the reload button, empty cache and hard reload. Okay, so it's loading the content from readme.md file. We will now check how to host an existing project. Let me delete this repository and create a new one, web hosting. Either we can import a code from any other repository or commit our own files. So here I have my portfolio files. We'll open git bash in this folder. By default, git bash won't be present. So for that, just search download git bash and download the required exe and install it. So once done, just open git bash and type git in it. So we can see a hidden .git folder is created. So git add dot will add all the files, but before that let's check git status. So all are marked in red. And we are in master branch. So git add dot will add all the files. Git add like readme.md will add only the readme file. Next we will give the commit message, which makes sense with the changes made. Git remote add origin, then the git repository link. If you are using SSH, you need to change it to the SSH URL. Git push to origin master branch. Enter the credentials. Yeah, all files are uploaded. So if we refresh the page, we can see all the 6 files. And like before, we need to turn the GitHub page. And refresh the settings page. We can see that the website is hosted and it's SSL secured. So for updating the files, we will open the index.html in Notepad or any editor. Let me change full stack developer to automation testing and save the file. Similarly, we can change any other files like style.css and other pages. And if we open the local index.html, we can see the changes. So in git bash, if we run the command git status, we can see that index.html is modified and in red color. So we can either use git add index.html to add only that particular index.html or git add dot to add all the files. Here both means the same. Let us check the status. Git status, it's all green. Git commit message, changed title. Git push, user id, password. Yeah, all uploaded. So in the repository, we can open index.html and check the title is changed. Where are you? Yeah, there it is. So the last commit was 1 minute ago and the commit message is changed title. So if we click the commit, we can see what are the changes made. And in the website, we can see the changes. Yeah. So that's it. In our next tutorial, we will see how to map custom domain, subdomain, and URL to the GitHub repository. Till then, have a great time. Consider subscribing and hit the like button. Comments for any doubt.